Click, click, tap, tap, swipe left, swipe right, double tap, dislike. This is what our world has come to. Click, click, tap, tap, dinner looks good, take a pic. Don't bother talking, it's like a spell has been casted with magic. Click, click, tap, tap, mommy, what does this mean? Don't know, look it up. Quality time gone to waste. Click, click, tap, tap, we didn't have internet in my time. That phrase has been used to get the current generation off their phones, but now the adults are hooked too, like a fish to bait. Click, click, tap, tap, LOL, IDK, WID, and OMG. We've even forgotten how to talk. Mama, Dada, we started all over again. Click, click, tap, tap, swipe left, swipe right, double tap, dislike. This is what our world has come to. All right, we are so happy to have Colie here with us today. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here with us today. Your website shows that you are involved with different areas of the arts. What I found interesting is that not only are you a singer, but you're also a special education teacher and wrote a book called Cory's Dreams. Tell us about your work as a teacher and how that led to you writing a book.
Okay, thank you, Karina. I'm glad to be here. I wrote Cory's Dreams, or actually sort of thought about writing it, of course, before I wrote it, because my students at the time, I was working with a kindergarten class, and they had a really difficult time understanding the concept of a dream as a goal or aspiration. So I was like, what can I do to help them sort of bridge that gap for them? So I just sat down. I was just really, just for some reason, it was really on me. Like I thought that it was very important that they understand the concept of a dream as a goal, even though they were that young. I think it's important, even when you're that young, to begin visioning for yourself. So then that's how I started writing the book. And so there's a lot of moving parts in that, because it also, Cory is like one of my favorite boy names. And I had a close family member who named Cory, who unfortunately, when he was younger than me, about, maybe it seemed when we were younger that I was a lot older, but it might have been about maybe 6 years. So when you're 16 and someone is 10, you know, it seems like a lot, but it wouldn't be now. And I always thought that he had so much going for him, that he was going to do so well in life. But unfortunately, he got involved in some stuff and went to jail. But I was still rooting for him when he got out of jail. And around the time that I wrote the book, he actually had gotten out and then was murdered. So I've dedicated the book to him.
I learned that you have a Spanish translation for Cory's Dreams.
Yes, I do. And what happened with that was, I have a lot of, I work with many students who are Spanish speaking, but honestly, I'm going to tell the truth, I didn't think of it right away. I went to Cuba on vacation. I went to Cuba to visit, and I brought some books with me. And I was like, I'm going to give this out to the young people there. And then I was like, I'm sure some of the students, the young people there, can speak English, but their main language is Spanish. And I said, wow, how, American of me to think that I could just go over there and that not have the story in their main language. So I said, as soon as I get back, I will make sure that I get a translation. And of course, my students could use it in Spanish as well.
Do you have plans for a sequel for Cory's Dreams?
I do. I actually recently got together with the illustrator who, his name is Courtney Young, who illustrated Cory's Dreams. And we began to work on Natural. And Natural is a song that I wrote, just encouraging specifically women and girls to just love their natural selves. And so we're going to do a children's book based on that, on this. And that's called a ballad. When you have a book a song that you turn into a book. So like there's like the song, It's a Wonderful World. There's a book based on that. So this will be a book based on my song, Natural.
I love reading and I'm also a poet. What tips do you have for those who might want to write their own children's book or any book? What were some of the challenges you had to face or that you might want to warn someone about?
So I would say don't give up. And if this is your dream for yourself, I wrote a book called Cory's Dreams, but having a dream for yourself and sort of making it happen is very, very important to me. So if you really want to do it, I don't give up, because there will be things that will make you think that maybe this isn't destined to be. But if it's something that you really feel in your heart and spirit that needs to be done, and that will make the world better, then I think that you should definitely just continue, just push forward, even when it feels like it's not going to come through. Just push forward. I of course I self-published, so but I did send it out to publishers, and it wasn't accepted, but I just said, this has to be done. I just feel like this is something that I need to put out in the world. And so I just self-published it. And then even before that, I looked for a really long time for an illustrator. The book was written and I needed an illustrator, and I would get together with folks and it would seem like it was going to work and then it would fall through. But I didn't give up. I just said, you know what? This is what I have to do, and I will eventually find the right person. And I did. And we have Cory's Dreams. So don't give up. That's one of the things. And then do research. Make sure that you research and know the workings of all this, because there's a lot of moving parts. You need to have an illustrator for a children's book. You should have someone that edits. I needed a graphic designer to format the book for me. Find out the pricing. What are illustrators charging? Because someone could overcharge you. So you really want to do your research on what it takes to get your children's book out. And also, if you go either to an established publisher or you're self-publishing, you need to know all about that and what you'll need to get it done and what your budget may need to be to get it done. So there's a lot of research you need to do.
So your career as a children's book author is pretty new, but you've been a singer for over 20 years. How would you describe your music style?
I would say jazzy soul. I definitely have a jazz sound. I kind of can't get away from that. It's not what I meant it to. I didn't mean to have a jazz sound. I think that's just sort of what my voice naturally sounds like. And it's very easy for me to sing, even if like I have a cold, I could do that. But if I have a cold, I might not be able to sing some other genres so well, but I could always sing some jazz. So, and there's definitely a strong soul influence. So I would say like a jazzy soul.
What got you into music? Made you want to become a singer?
I think my dad, my father was a singer. So having him singing around the house all the time and knowing that that's something that he aspired to be, even though he didn't he didn't seem forlorn about the fact that he didn't pursue it professionally. I mean, he did it for a while. He was in a doo-wop group, so he did like doo-wop music, and he did have a group, but he didn't continue with it. Once he started his family, he just focused on his family. He seemed okay with it. My father was he was a pretty happy guy, but you never know what he might have been thinking inside, and maybe he just didn't share it. And again, this is for me, when I see a talent in someone and when I see something in myself and then in other people, I want them to see it through. I want them to do something with it. And it's not about being famous. It's just about you putting it out in the world, because I think if we all put our talents out in the world will be a better place. I know that may sound kind of corny and kumbaya-ish, but I mean, that's the way I really feel. So I think seeing that he didn't really continue performing made me want to do it even more. And my house was filled with music, so I was very influenced by that.
What new music projects do you have on the horizon?
So I have a lot of songs that I've written. And I also have a brother that I work with named Colie Aziza, and he's written some new songs as well. And we started working on that, and then COVID hit. So I've been a little bit paranoid about going into the studio, and I think I'm going to wait a little bit, some more. But I actually am going to try to figure out how to do some things close to home so I can at least start the process of getting some of this stuff done, because I do have music waiting to get done.
And to tie off this segment, what advice do you have for teens or other adults who are interested in embarking a music career? What are some things they should prepare for?
Well, I would definitely say, as we talked about with the book, research, I would definitely say train your voice, study. I think with anything that you want to do, you want to make sure that you're the best that you can be. It's not about competition and competing with other people, even though we live in a culture that does kind of promote that. Just be the best that you can be. And I think you'll feel ready, if you train your voice or practice your instrument or whatever it is that you're doing in music. If you're an engineer, get in there and work all of that stuff that engineers do. I'm not one engineer, but make sure you know your craft. So I would definitely say that. And also just don't give up. Like I said, don't give up, know your craft. And also, this is very important. Get in your mind what it is you really want to do with your music, because the music business can be difficult. And like I said, it can set you up to compete with others instead of you just working on being your best self. And so I think it's important that, especially for young people and even older people too, but I'm specifically for young people, that you have a good sense of yourself and what you want to do with your music, so that you don't get confused and get stressed out trying to do what other people are doing, and you just do what it is that's in your heart and that that is authentic to you.
Thank you so much for this interview. All right, so next is our last segment.
Okay.
And basically, we're going to be playing a game of charades. The rules are pretty simple. It's going to be a competition between you and I.
Okay.
And the first person to guess the right answer gets 2 points. Whoever gets the most points wins.
Okay.
All right, as our guest, you can go first.
Okay, so I'm going to act it out and you're going to guess?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. All right. All right, here we go.
Singer. Ooh. Singer. A singer is smaller. Your song? A songwriter? Sing.
Yes! Woo-hoo! You got it. So I was trying to tell you shorter. It's not singer, it's sing.
I'll do my
Great
word.
job. Okay.
My first word. Okay, so
sleeping, slumber, dreamer.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. See, I knew that. Woo! The dream. All right, my turn, right? Okay. All right, let me try that. Okay.
Strong. Superman. Superwoman. Superhero.
Yes.
All right. It's my last one. So this is gonna be kind of hard.
Profile. Magic. diva, um, profile, magic, movie star, fat,
Hmm.
oh, it looks like camera ready, actress, um, profile, Vogue, what is that? Diva, profile, magical. I don't know. Close up, close up. I'm ready for my close
Mhm.
up.
Um,
Photo, Photoshop, photo, headshot. Um, I don't
see.
know. I'm not sure. Actress, camera, photo, diva. Oh, hair. Oh, natural.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Great. Thank you so much
Oh,
for joining us
thank
on
you,
Arts and
Karina. That
Power.
was fun.
Um, do you have any social media handles we could follow you at, keep up with you?
Yes. You can find me on Facebook. It's Colie Aziza or Colie Williams at Colie Aziza. So you can look it up. Even if you put in Colie Aziza, you'll find it. It'll take you to my page. But I dropped Williams and now Colie Aziza. So you can look up both Colie Williams, Colie Aziza on Facebook. I am also on Instagram and also on Twitter. And my website is colieaziza.com. Oh, and Cory's Dreams on Facebook as well.
Thank you again so much for joining us on Arts and Power.
Thank you. So much fun. Thank you. Hi.
Negligence was never meant to last. So clear away the wreckage of the past. You clear away the wreckage of the past. And your current cause belongs to us. This is the day you've been working for. This is the day you've been hurting for. This is the day you've been aching for. This is the day you've been waiting for. Thought it was all on the horizon, but it was really all inside you.
ArtsEnPower is a youth-hosted and produced web series that highlights the work of performing, literary, and visual artists using their art to better the world. ArtsEnPower is a project through Montgomery Community Media's Youth Media Academy. Learn how you can support this and other MCM programs by visiting us at mymcmedia.org. MCM's 2021 winter courses are here. Since March 2020, our studios and classrooms have been closed to the public, but we have maintained an impressive output of virtual classes that we have offered our community members at low cost and convenient times. From our Youth Media Academy to mixed ages and adult classes, we have continued to offer classes in editing, mobile production, development, podcasting, and virtual production. Montgomery Community Media is your home for media training and access to broadcast production. Register for classes today. Hello, my name is Dr. Khadija Ali Coleman, and I'm the Director of Education and Community Engagement here at Montgomery Community Media. Each month, even though our studios are closed due to COVID-19, volunteers work on production teams to create some of the quality programming you are watching on our cable channels 19 and 21. That's right, we are still helping Montgomery County residents create quality programming by continuing to provide media training virtually and providing virtual assistance to help content creators create programming digitally. COVID 19 is not stopping the work we do or the programs you can create. If you have a show idea or would like to volunteer to be part of a show's production team, become an MCM member today. Visit mymcmedia.org for more information or membership. Thank you and happy 2021.